Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick heads up. The new launcher is out, and here are the details about it. The launcher is available on the RX Entertainment website, of course. You can download here. It's an alpha for PC and coming to Mac soon. Leave that link in the description for you if you want to download it. I honestly... Yeah. Okay, so it's running Adobe Flash Player 26 with the SWF file, so the same thing you'd use in your browser. It doesn't have to run through your browser, so it might run a little better. But from my experience, it was stuttering all over the place when I was playing it. Now, I tried to inject an FPS counter into it, like you would with any normal application and any normal game that runs in your computer. There's only a few that have issues with that sort of thing, and it's usually because of an overbearing anti-cheat or something like that will stop you from doing that. This just crashes the launcher if you try to inject an FPS counter into it. GeForce Experience does detect it as something. It's like, oh, you're doing something. So, but there's not a lot of options with GeForce Experience with it at all. It doesn't even detect it as an actual game. It just detects it as an application that's using a little bit of your computer. So there's the details on it. It's just running Flash Player. It's nothing new, and it won't help your game. From my experience, it actually ran worse. Tried to use Reshade. Reshade did the same thing. So I'm going to reinstall it. So get a fresh install, and let's try to actually use the game and see what the performance looks like. Oh yeah, and if you want to know where the files are to mess with them for whatever reason, it's local drive, program files, RX Entertainment LLC, and then the loader is right there. So just in case you want to mess with it, if you find anything cool you can do with the files, hit me up in the comments. Let's see what we can do. Alright, I see a lot of people saying this is much better than before and stuff like that on Twitter. This isn't, you should stick to Chrome. It's running the game on Internet Explorer. So, if you like the performance you get on Internet Explorer running Adventure Quest, you might have experience with that. I know I do. It's not great. Install Chrome if you're using Internet Explorer, please. And don't use the launcher because the launcher is using Internet Explorer. Alright, so, they have the ability to hotfix the launcher. I haven't re-downloaded it yet. I probably should, but they disabled Dragon Fable. It was enabled initially, and I think MechQuest too. I think Adventure Quest was the only game that was disabled from the get-go, and they've disabled 2 games that don't have proper functionality. So they do have the ability to hotfix their clients, so that's good. Really good. Probably because it's just running on a website. It's not, the file you download for this is 15,000 kilobytes. Kilobytes. Windows doesn't even call it a megabyte. That's how small it is. So you're not downloading anything when you download this. It's basically a web page in a box on your screen. So if you hit play, it opens up another web page in a box on your screen. Now, this might be better for you. Like, I use a browser just for Adventure Quest. Like, I use Firefox only for Adventure Quest Worlds. That's all I do on it. So, if you in that situation, maybe this is a good tool for you. And it'll probably always work. Like, sometimes the website gets DDoS and you have to, like, use a different version of it. It's probably using the game version. So, you can open up a big window just like that, full screen it. And yeah, it has the same issues the SFW has with full screen, I would imagine. Or no, it doesn't actually leak on the screen, so that's good. As you can see, it's stuttering. I don't know, usually a stutter is caused by a memory bottleneck. Probably an Internet Explorer issue. Like, look at that. Look, oh, just 2 stutters back to back. This doesn't happen on Chrome. Sometimes you get stutter, but it doesn't happen this often. Like, it happens every time I'm clicking. Like, look at that. That was like a second and a half stutter. So the performance versus Chrome is much worse. Just off the get-go, walking around in here. Terrible. Just absolutely god-awful. I don't see why you'd want to use this. Yeah. It's the early alpha version, so I'm judging on the very first version they're letting us see. There's no reason to use it right now. That's my... I guess review of it. Wouldn't recommend using it. It hurts my eyes a little bit. If you go to a room by yourself where there's nothing to load at all except for background art and your character, it still stutters. So that's great. Whatever browser they're using to run this, they should probably use like the Chromium API or something like that. Not API. That's not the right link. Oh my god, look at that. That's a nice little scene. I'm not even wearing that demanding of items. And it's yeah, I could be wearing much laggier items and it would be performing much worse. It's on auto graphics too, so very interesting. Arctic said in a video it wasn't running on Flash Player. Cesar asked like, "Oh, isn't that still running on Flash Player?" Arctic said, "Oh no, it's not." All right, here's the clip I'm talking about.
So you know how like Blizzard has a launcher and you just link the launcher and it launches all your games? We made a launcher. It launches all of our games. You don't need Flash.
You don't need Flash. Just gonna open up Sony Vegas here. Adobe Flash Player 26. Okay, well, and here it is running on Flash Player. So that might be just because it's an early version and later on they'll update it so it's not running on Flash Player. Hopefully. But cross your fingers. It's stick to the browser you're already using for the game. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments what you think about this. I want to know in the description in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll keep you guys updated on everything about this, and I'll see you guys on the stream that should be up soon. If this video goes up before the stream, I don't know. Very soon. It's Friday when I'm recording this. Bye bye.